Well, dear Manfred, dear Ursula, dear Roberta, dear colleagues at the European Council, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot tell you, dear Donald, how happy I am to be able to address this Congress after your speech. Congratulations and welcome back. And as many of the previous speakers have said, we are indeed gathered today in this most historic of European capitals ahead of a key battle, a battle that will indeed shape Europe's future, our future. And I would like in my brief intervention to stress 3 points. First of all, we as the EPP should be really, really proud of what we have achieved over the past 5 years. It was not a given. It took a lot of effort to bring Europe to where it is today. And we, as the EPP, have been at the forefront of all these efforts to prepare our European Union for the new reality in which we find ourselves. And I want to personally congratulate Ursula for her part in that success and for her steadfast leadership in times of unprecedented global challenges. A pandemic that shook the entire planet, a brutal and illegal war of aggression at the heart of Europe, an energy crisis that threatened to destabilize our economies. And our challenges remain grave, but we should be proud because our reaction was effective. We dealt with the pandemic in unity and solidarity. As Andrei said, we worked together to make the EU Recovery and Resilience Facility a reality for countries such as Greece, such as Croatia. This is an historic agreement, and its funds, I can assure you, are put to very good use in driving the digital transition, in creating new jobs, in strengthening social cohesion, in accelerating economic growth, in facilitating the green transition. And of course, in Europe's darkest hour, when war returned to our continent, we showed our determination and our steadfast support to Ukraine with an unprecedented, I dare to say maybe unexpected for some of our enemies, display of unity. And never before has Europe shown such a response, imposing widespread sanctions on Russia, continuing to support Ukraine militarily and financially, and sending a very clear message that no violation of international law, territorial integrity, or change of borders by force can ever be accepted by our European family. And I was in Odessa yesterday with President Zelensky when a Russian ballistic missile hit the port during our visit to the facility. And I think we all have a message for the Kremlin. We shall not be intimidated. We will continue to support Ukraine and its brave people for as long as it takes. And of course, we remain completely united in our resolve to do so. And in this discussion about the defense autonomy of Europe, Greece, my country, has an important role to play. We are already one of the largest per capita contributors to NATO, and we encourage all the other countries to step up to the plate and at least meet the minimum NATO requirements of 2% of defense spending as a percentage of GDP. The second point I would like to make is why the story of Greece's transformation is indeed relevant to the great challenges that we are facing at the European level. The country I was called upon to govern when I was first elected back in 2019 was, and rightly so maybe, viewed by many as the sick man of Europe. And today, Greece finds itself in a very different place. And thank you, Ursula, for your kind words about the significant progress that Greece has made over the past 5 years. It has defeated, and this is important for our common European project, it has defeated the empty promises of populists, not once, but twice. It continues to stand at the very core of Europe, and it has been a positive surprise of the Eurozone. We have been able to steer our economy towards sustainable growth while maintaining fiscal responsibility. And who would have believed, indeed, that in a little bit more than 4 years, Greece could go from where it was to where it is today, our credit ratings restored, investment at record levels, lauded by the Economist as the country of the year. But I can tell you, we would not have been able to achieve all this without the significant European assistance. And this is the best possible proof that this project that we embarked upon in Greece, reforms that focus on the market economy while retaining the obligation of the state to intervene when there are market failures, domestic liberal policies, but also effectively driving a policy of responsible patriotism. These are policies that indeed work. And this brings me to my third point, the challenges ahead, our priorities going forward. And I would urge all of you, all of us indeed, to carefully read the manifesto that Manfred and his team has put together, because I think it lays out very, very clearly the big priorities for the next day and why it is so important that the European People's Party remains the gravitational constant, this physical constant of the EU, the group that can boost European competitiveness, create growth and jobs, and support a geopolitical Europe. We've spoken a lot about the need to focus on strategic economy. We focused a lot on the need to strengthen European competitiveness. I listened carefully to Karl Nehammer's speech about the need to make our products more competitive on international markets. And these are indeed the challenges that the next Commission, the next European Parliament will be called upon to address. And we need to make sure that nothing happens in Europe without the active participation of our political family, the EPP. That is why it is important for the EPP to be again the dominant force in the next European Parliament. And I'm sure that with all your assistance, we'll be able to achieve that goal. Thank you very much.